Welcome back. Now, the Public Protector and the Human Rights Commission have released their findings on that joint investigation into service delivery in Alexandra Township. This follows violent service delivery protests there in 2019. For more on this, we're joined by Advocate André Gaum, who is with the South African Human Rights Commission. Advocate, thank you so much for making time. What have you found in your report? Were human rights violated?
Yes, in respect of various areas, we've made specific findings. For example, with regard to property and housing, we found that the right to adequate housing and security of tenure in Alexandra is far from significantly realized, and therefore we gave the relevant organs of state 60 days to provide the Commission of specific measures to be implemented to remedy the concerns noted by the Commission. So this report and plans must address inter alia measures taken in response to the number of people who applied for state or RDP housing in the mid-1990s and who 20 years later on are still waiting to be allocated housing. Also controls that are in place to mitigate against the reoccurrence of illegal occupation of RDP housing allocated to other people, as well as the erection of illegal structures and the steps to be taken to remedy the existing breach to community members whose rights have been usurped by illegal occupation. So we also, there are also a number of further directions from us in this regard. As far as other areas, we also made negative findings: water, sanitation, refuse removal, and the right to a clean environment, also indicating very clear reports that we want to receive from the relevant organs of state, including the City of Johannesburg within 60 days. We made findings about social welfare, and the capacity of the Department of Social Development to adequately service communities in Alex is not adequate, and that the Commission seeks a response regarding progress in establishing a permanent office in Alexandra from the Gauteng Department of Social Development. We also identified, as far as education is concerned, that there are still undocumented learners, despite the Pakamisa finding in the Pakamisa case, who are not allowed to enter schools, and we made recommendations that the Gauteng Department of Education and the Department of Home Affairs work together to make sure that this does not happen. We also made certain findings in respect of policing, which deals with freedom and security, of course.
Yeah.
In earlier, we found that it appears that the Johannesburg Metropolitan Police Department and the Provincial Department of Community Safety in Gauteng do not work together properly, and this was one of the reasons, or is one of the reasons, that enforcement of law is not effective in Alexandra.
Yeah. Do you have hope, Advocate, that government will actually implement these remedies? I mean, you've indicated there that there are people that have been waiting for homes for 20 years now. They have applied for RDP houses and they still don't have houses there in Alexandra. You've given government 60 days to remedy these concerns. How confident are you that they will be able to do so when they failed to do it in the last 20 years?
Yes, of course, that is always a question, but for example, in the case of the City of Johannesburg, they have already provided a very concrete plan in terms of how to turn things around. We expect that from all the other organs of state involved in this inquiry, including the South African Police Service at the national level and at the municipal and provincial level. And it is now for us, together with the Public Protector as well, to monitor, to make sure that implementation of what we have recommended and directed as well, that does take place.
All right. Advocate, thank you so much for making time.